Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please ignore my hair, I am trying my best today. Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm just going to be showing you guys my everyday makeup routine. I feel like, have I done this on my channel yet? I don't even think so. I don't think I've done this on my channel. But basically I'm going to show you what I would usually do. Not if I'm like going out, but definitely more than the beach tutorial I gave you guys in the last video. Go watch that. So it's a little bit in the middle, right? It's everyday, it's a little glam because I'm a little glam, but it's not too minimal and it's not too extra. But I feel like you got that. I'm just gonna show you my everyday makeup. Today I really didn't have anywhere to go except I have 2 dance rehearsals tonight in Astoria. So I have to drive there in about an hour. So it's gonna be quick, you know? But I'm gonna show you all my favorite products that I've been using, any newer products that I might have brought over the year of not posting. So let me know if you like this video and subscribe, and thank you for watching, and let's get into this. Oh, this is actually new. Not new, but I got a new one. I'm using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. It's literally fresh right out. I've been using this for like 3 years. It's really expensive. I usually use it every time I do my makeup, every time I do my friend's makeup. I haven't done that in a while actually. But another product that I'll use if I'm feeling being more affordable, I'll use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh primer. It's not like the same at all, but it is moisturizing. So it's not a dupe, it's just, that's also what I use if I don't want to use my Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I'll apply that with my beauty blender. It's not a beauty blender. These are actually from, what is it called? This is from Shop Miss A. Shop Miss A. These are from Shop Miss A, and I get them for like, what, $10 for like 8 of them. And they're actually so good. They get so big. This one's dirty, so don't judge me. But I have a bunch of them, and that's what I use every single time. Don't buy beauty blenders, find cheaper ones. And I dip into this, and then I do it on top. Sometimes, obviously, I just use my hands. But today I feel like being a little extra, just for y'all. So after we did that, then I'll usually do another primer that's more for keeping my makeup on all day. And the primer I'm using, oh my God, so gross. Ignore the cat, but I'm using Milk Makeup Hydra Grip. I feel like everybody has used this or is obsessed with this. I just love it. I feel like it was one of those primers where it was like, once I used it, it literally changed my makeup game. And it helps when like I have oily skin, but I don't want to wear mattifying primers anymore just because I feel like everyone figured out that when you use mattifying primers like a lot, it kind of just makes the oil worse. So this is like great, and it's like sticky and I love it. So after that, I usually color correct. I feel like nobody color corrects anymore because like a lot of people were color correcting for no reason, but personally, I still color correct. And the color corrector I use, if this ever gets discontinued, I will have a fit. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Peach Luster Highlighter Pen. Jackie Aina introduced this to me in like 2016, and I literally have not put it down since then. I just apply a little bit. See, I have this like darkness on my eyelids. Sometimes I don't cover it up, and I just literally use it as part of my eyeshadow, but I just have these like dull areas like on my upper lip and like this part of my chin, not chin, or cheek area that I can like never get rid of no matter what I do. And sometimes I don't want to spend a ton of time covering it up just using foundation. But yeah, I just literally, I'll use a mini brush, or right now how I'm doing with my finger. But I'm obsessed with this. I feel like I'm not an expert on color corrector. You can see it just helps brighten up the area immediately. And this color, which I feel like I am, again, I'm not an expert on color correcting, but this color just happened to work for me. It just like blends in. It still has that orange tint, but it's not gonna show under my foundation at all. Sorry, I took a hiatus because I wanted to do my eyebrows. For foundation, I have a few different foundations that I've been using. First is the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. It's in the shade Caracas. I don't want to say it wrong. This foundation is so beautiful. It's like skin in a bottle, but a little bit more glam. I'd say it's like medium coverage, but you can build it up to full in my opinion. It's beautiful. I love it. I recommend a lot of Nars foundations. Another foundation I've been using this summer is the Nars Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. So if you don't want like a foundation and you want something from Nars, this is your girl. This is the first foundation I've ever used, I believe. I think I got this in 6th grade from my mom because my mom is glam like that. And I love it. And I still use it 10, 15 years later. Another full coverage foundation I've been using is the Airbrush Flawless foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade 12.5. Really like this for when I go out. So kind of giving you a range of foundations from light to medium, full to full. I recommend. Today we're going to be using the Nars one, the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. And before I do that, I'm going to be using what everybody's been using, the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. When I tell you that this is honestly worth it, if you really like glowy skin, I'm telling you to run, not walk. This is not a foundation, but you can use it as one. I can just use this as like a foundation or like a tinted moisturizer. I'm not gonna do that for today, but it just gives you basically no coverage, but helps even out the skin tone. But it also gives you a beautiful glow. So you can like put this on basically whenever you want in your routine. I'd like to do it before foundation. I think it's the easiest. But as you can see, it just immediately makes my skin really glowy and I'm obsessed with it. I'm gonna mix that with my Nars foundation, just like a pump. And I'll just blend that in using my blender. Then I do my concealer and my contour. I've been frequently picking up the Hourglass concealer. This is in the shade Flax, really good, just full coverage concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Scoped. I love this concealer. I love using it by itself on like really, really basic days. And I just put it under my eyes and then powder and I'm ready to go. And then also the Pat McGrath Labs concealer. This is in the shade M18. Oldie but a goodie, so good. Today I'm just going to use the Hourglass one since I don't think I've really used this one on camera, but I don't really put too much concealer on compared to like when I used to. Like literally in college I would like slather this on, but now like I do it in small increments for sure. Then I'm just going to leave that sitting there and I'm going to go with the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. I know this wand is like really hard to find. I found this personally on her website. I have never found it in store. The employees told me that they were actually never gonna bring this back, but I don't know if that's true or not, but I do really like this stick. I don't think it's amazing. Like you are gonna die if you don't have this. It is really easy to use for sure. But I'm just using it today because I do like it, but my usual favorites have been Makeup by Mario contour stick in the shade Dark. I actually really, really like this one. And then the other one I've been loving, but kind of half loving, is the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. This is in the shade Full of Life. I love the formula. I might actually add a little bit because it's really warm. You can see. You see how warm that is? Like it's so warm, it's almost like too warm, and that's why you don't love it, just because the shades I feel like are not great, but the formula is exactly up my alley. I love how it blends and it does look good. It's just now that I'm a little bit more tan, it works better, but before it was like it was giving orange. I'm just gonna blend this in with this little brush here, spray it, and then I will just blend this in. And for like my nose contour, which I don't do often, but I just like to add a little bit here, and it just adds a little bit of slimness in your nose. But I like my nose, so I don't really care. But I'll use a brush like this and just quickly go over that. And then actually I'm gonna take this Too Faced concealer and just put a little bit under the eye, just because a lot of my brightening concealers are really, really bright. And this one's slightly less bright than that one, and I'm tan, so like everything's a little bit too bright for me. Okay, and then I'm gonna use my favorite powder right now, which is the One Size Beauty powder. Usually I use the Mercier powder in the shade Honey. That is my #1 favorite. This is my #1 favorite right now, but in the last like 2 weeks, the One Size Beauty has been taking over. But definitely the Mercier powder in the Honey shade and even the translucent shade is honestly my favorite, and I'll never not be my favorite. Some other my favorites are the Fenty one. I pull that out sometimes, but with my powders, I really don't change too much. Yeah, but I'm just pressing this in with my sponge. Sometimes I just use a little brush. Then I'm just gonna take this big old fluffy brush and immediately blend it away. Then I'm gonna take my Sephora Micro Smooth powder in the shade Tan. I just really go so lightly, like that much. This is a clean brush, and I just go over everything just so it's not so bright. So I already did my eyebrows. Sometimes I do my eyebrows usually at this point of the video, but I did them before because sometimes when you do them after, you have to like go over the foundation and everything else. But I think it's better that I did it before so I can just go back and touch up. I use the Anastasia brow definer. I've been using this for years. And that's usually what I use. I'll probably never really show my eyebrow routine on this page because I just freaking hate doing my eyebrows. It's like the worst part, to be honest, but it's so necessary. And I wish I honestly didn't have to do them. I really need to get them like done or like pluck them myself, but I just haven't had the time, nor have I cared enough. And I don't go anywhere enough to honestly need to do that. But I just clean it up, and from afar, you know, it's all right. Up close, maybe not. I feel like the positioning has changed so many times in this video. I'm so sorry. Let's move on to the eyeshadow. Okay, to be honest, I had to start over because my phone didn't get any of that footage. So I had to start over. It's fine. I'm just gonna be using the Raw Beauty Christie palette. Basically, if you just have some like yellowy, burnt brown eyeshadow, you'll be able to do this. I'm just taking these shades right here, and I'm just gonna lightly put them in my crease. I prime my lids using the MAC Paint Pot Soft Ochre. Oldie, but a goodie, still works perfect. And I'm just packing that in the crease using a big fluffy brush. So then I've just kind of put down like a bunch of these dark browns and like this burnt orange, taking a clean brush and just blending that out. After that, I'm just taking this like angled brush. I don't really know where I got this from, but I'm taking a little bit of those browns again, probably like the deepest brown right here. I'm just gonna go on the edge and like kind of create a little liner. You could do this with a liner brush too, but this like helps me so I can just easily blend this out. You see? And I'm keeping this very open. So you could honestly just brush brown on your crease, put mascara on, and like call it a day, but I just like to add a little bit of this so it's like I have a little bit of eyeliner, quote unquote, but it's not shadow liner, and it adds a little bit of drama to the look. But it's not hard and it's not too much, or at least in my opinion. So then we're almost done. I'm just taking a big fluffy brush and just literally making it so messy and blending it, right? And then put that on the bottom lash. And look at that, you have an easy brown smoky eye you can do like every day. Then if you want a little bit of sparkle, I take literally such a small amount, and I just put it right on the top of that lid right there. And that's what I do. And then I just put some mascara on. I'm just using Rare Beauty mascara from Selena Gomez's brand. I would apply lashes, but honestly, I don't want to. I don't like to apply bottom mascara, especially when I'm going to dance and I'm gonna sweat a lot and the bottom lash mascara is gonna burn my eyes, but I just like to apply a lot of mascara on top and then I move on. On another video, I'll definitely show you guys some lashes, but usually I don't have time for all that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So to finish my face makeup off, I'm just gonna be applying some bronzer. I'm gonna be using the Fenty Caramel Cutie bronzer. Just a little bit everywhere. Ah, I keep running out of space on my phone. Sprayed my face, and I am a cream blush fan. Literally, I use cream blush every single day, or every single time I use makeup ever. So let me show you a few of them. So first, if you don't have Rare Beauty cream blush, what are you doing? If you don't have it, what are you doing? I'm gonna be using this one in Joy, but I have this one. I have this one in red. I have this beautiful burnt orange one. She has like a lot of colors. I have this hot pink one. I'm obsessed with these. I start and put 2 dots on the back of my cheek. You can use a sponge. I like to use this angled brush. And I like a lot of blush, to be honest. So I kind of don't mind if I look very clownish. I kind of like the look. Then I'll just put a little bit on my nose too. I don't like to get too close here. I just like to keep it up so it kind of gives me a more uprooted look. Usually I'll use the Rare Beauty highlighter, but today I'm just, maybe I'll do both. I'm just gonna do this Glowgasm from Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Pinkgasm and just add that to my cheeks, just so the blush is not too matte. I'm just gonna add a Rare Beauty liquid highlighter in the shade Transcend. I've been using these Rare Beauty highlighter and liquid blush for literally 2 years straight. I cannot put them down. They're some of the best products I've ever bought. Look at that. It's so pretty. We're almost done. I'm just gonna add a little bit more bronzer because I feel like I need a little bit more. But yeah, here's a close-up of my face right now. Really easy. You cannot mess this up. Okay, then for lips. Lips, you know, I do a lot of different combinations. I wouldn't say I have a favorite, but I'll just show you like a new combination I really like doing. First, I'm just gonna use my favorite lip liners and my only lip liners I own, which I would never buy probably anything else. The ColourPop lip liners. This one's in the shade BF2. Okay, and then what should we use? My phone keeps cutting off. Okay, so I just use the ColourPop lipstick and Brat Pack to just tap the middle of my lips. Just gonna use the Pat McGrath lip gloss in the shade Flesh 6 and call it a day. Spray my face using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is the final look. This is basically what I do on a glam day. Let me know if you want any other types of makeup videos. I'm definitely planning on making a going out evening look, like hardcore. But this is just an everyday glam look tutorial. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.